As part of our holiday offerings, this year we are also including a very unique white rose. This is a certified organic Rosa alba from Bulgaria, and it's a unique extracting process. It's a CO2, carbon dioxide extract. And so it's not actually an oil form, it's a paste. And it is completely exquisite. It is very different than any of the other rose oils that we've had. And it's a treasure. It's representative also of the heart. The rose in general symbolizes the opening of the heart. It shares in the Western religious and spiritual traditions a lot of the similarities that lotus has in the Hindu and the Vedic Indian traditions. And it's sweet, and it's soothing, and it's calming, and it's uplifting. I find one of the most interesting things about rose oil is that it is produced early in the morning. The flowers begin to produce the oil in the time of day that the Vedas call Brahma Muhurta, which is God's favorite time, when darkness is transforming into light. And so when I think of rose oil, when I smell rose oil, when I think of the therapeutic effects of rose oil, I always think of that time of day. I think of the light coming again. So this is something that happens every morning, but now at this particular time of year we can think about this also, that light is growing. And so what does that mean in terms of how sunlight makes us feel? Roses actually represent the light of dawn. They represent moving from darkness into light emotionally and also spiritually, especially in the Sufi tradition. Rose oil means the light of spirit when it touches us. So this is something that I enjoy every time I'm talking about rose oil, enjoying rose fragrance. It represents to me all of these different qualities. And as we learn more about all of these oils, as we learn more about what frankincense actually is, as we learn more about what this white rose actually is, it's not just the experience of smelling it. All those connotations open up in our mind and our consciousness, so that when we smell rose oil, we actually can perceive that it is the coming of the light at dawn. We can actually perceive that it has this rich history of spiritual association. The white rose is not actually distilled, it's extracted. It's extracted with a method called carbon dioxide pressurized gas, CO2 extraction. And this is done by filling a cylinder with the fresh flowers, the fresh rose petals, sealing the cylinder and pumping in pressurized carbon dioxide. And when carbon dioxide is pressurized, it turns into a liquid. And so this liquid then is slowly pumped through the cylinder from the top down to the bottom, and as it proceeds, it pulls out the active principles of the flower, and it comes out the other end of the cylinder, sort of like squeezing a toothpaste tube, and the oil is gathered from the opening at the bottom of the cylinder. And after this, the pressure is released from the cylinder, and the carbon dioxide changes from a liquid back to a gas, and then it's just pumped right out. And so that way, actually, nothing comes in contact with the flowers themselves, except for this temporary contact with pressurized carbon dioxide, which then is converted back to a gas and pumped out. So there's absolutely no trace of any kind of solvents. There's also no heat that's involved. And so this is really as true to the actual components of the flowers, true to the fragrance of the flower itself as we can get.